Well, good morning. Today is Monday, April 17th. It's time for our weekly meeting highlight. This month's theme is to keeping your journey exciting. It is week 3 of keeping your journey exciting. I went all of Lent for 7 weeks that I didn't weigh myself. And when I weighed myself last week, I think I lost 9.6 pounds for the 7 weeks. So I was very happy with that. I told you I was going to make a decision whether or not I was learned enough on my trip for the 7 weeks, not my trip, my journey, I guess, for the past 7 weeks. If I learned enough about myself to continue on and go back to doing a weekly meeting or weekly weigh-in, or do I need to go back to just doing once a month or something? I was going to wait till I saw how I did today to make my decision. I think I did pretty good this week. Easter Sunday went a little crazy. Saturday night, Jim and I went out to the Olive Garden. I had a very heavy pointed dinner. But with all that being said, let's see how I did this week. I am so happy to report I lost 2.2 pounds and I lost 59.4. So close. I'm going to get to the 60. So next week for sure I'm going to lose at least 0.6. That's my goal for next week because I am going to do a weekly weigh-in. I did learn enough about myself over the past 7 weeks. I think I've learned to rein in my portion sizes a little bit. Still got a ways to go, but I think I'm doing better with my portion sizes. I'm listening to my body cues that tells me when I'm hungry, whether I'm hungry or I'm not hungry, or if I'm just thirsty. And I'm also enjoying my life. Jim and I usually go out to eat either on a Friday or Saturday night. I always thought that, well, you go out to eat, you gain a lot of weight, blah, blah, blah. I proved to myself that I could eat a little heavily on Easter Sunday, which really that would have been on my Monday weigh-in anyhow. So I don't know that it really would have affected my weigh-in this week because I ate on Easter and weighed myself on Monday morning. But, sometimes the weight takes a couple days to show up. But I'm really proud of the fact that I think I'm back on track. No, I don't think I know. I know I'm back on track. I know. I want to get into the next set of digits. I was 244.8 this morning, so my next goal is to lose 0.6 for next week, but my next major goal is just to get into the 30s. So I got about 5 pounds to do to get to that, and I can do that. I'll do that within a month. I know that. I proved to myself that I can do it, so by the end of May, I'll be in the 30s. I know that. So, but anyway, we're going to talk about how to use your favorite activities to reach your goals. Picture this. Sicily. I love the Golden Girls. But picture this. You get home from work and know you should get some steps or prep dinner like you usually do, but you're just not jazzed about doing it. Unlike the thought of curling up on the couch, how many of us can always just think, I'd rather just curl up on the couch? We've got a way to win the internal tug of war and even have some fun along the way. So many of us, whether you work or not, I'm retired, but sometimes making dinner can be a drudgery. It really can. And I think that when you're working, even though you have more access to snack machines or snacks at work or things like that, you're keeping yourself busy. Whereas if you're retired just sitting home watching TV, I think it's quite a struggle sometimes, more so than when I was working. There was always a vendor coming in where I worked that would bring bagels or cookies or cupcakes or, any kind of donuts, all of that kind of stuff. And I did kind of go and get the stuff, I really did. Almost every time they came. Well, I shouldn't say almost. Every time they came, I went and got like a donut, I got a bagel, I got something like that. But they didn't come all the time and they only came once a week. Whereas when you're sitting home every day, the temptation is there. And especially since you don't have anything to do. If it's not in the house, you got to make the conscious effort to get in your car and drive to the store to buy it, or go to the restaurant and pick up a fast food, item or something like that. And some days it just seems like it's easier to do that. It really does. But I think that, like every once in a while we're going to have days like that. Mama said there'd be days like that. But anyway, they give you some things that you can do to try to make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more responsible on your part, I guess. So you're supposed to make a list and make 2 sides, do a side-by-side list. And the one side you're going to put the things that you really enjoy doing. And then on the other things that say things I don't love doing, but that help me reach my goals. My number one thing that I don't like doing is exercise. Now, Jim and I go to the gym twice a week now. I go with my sister Denise to the aquatic center the other couple days. We don't go every day, but every once in a while I do get it in. I want to get back to walking, but I want to go to Mount Rushmore in June, and I don't want to damage my foot because I had plantar fasciitis a whole last summer. So walking in the pool helps me. And then I do a recumbent bike, so that gives me my little bit of exercise. But I don't like exercises, so I can tell you that that's things I don't love doing. There are people that love doing it. They look forward to doing it. They get up early to do it. That's not me. But anyway, so these are things that you generally enjoy doing is reading. I love to read. Watching TV. We talked about that earlier. I love watching TV. Hanging out with friends or listening to podcasts. For me, listening to podcasts would definitely just be YouTube because I don't really listen to podcasts. But I do watch a lot of YouTube. But then they tell you there's things that you don't love doing, like, which is not true for me, but going for a walk, waking up earlier, that's definitely me. Grocery shopping, I don't mind grocery shopping, or meal prepping. I'm not a big meal prepper. I'm not a big meal prepper. So what they're telling you is like, if you're going to listen to YouTube or something like that, while you're listening to YouTube, you could prep your meals, have it on and like have your little, like I watch on my TV, but like I can also put on my phone or my iPad, I can watch it while I'm prepping things. It's not going to happen, but it's possible that it could. Also, it says like if you're hanging out with friends, you could just say, let's go for a walk. I don't mind walking with someone else, but I prefer walking by myself. When you walk with someone else, you got to worry, am I walking too fast? Am I walking too slow? Can I keep up with them? Can they keep up with me? Well, everybody can keep up with me. I walk so slow. But, and I like to just like converse with the neighbors, and so like if you're walking with somebody and they're talking to you and you're walking by somebody's house, you can't stop and talk to them because you got to listen to whoever you're walking with. But I can see what they're saying, that it would make the walk a little bit more enjoyable. Also, if you wanted to watch TV, you can still do some meal prepping while you're watching TV. If your TV's conducive to like where you're, like prepping, I can see my TV from my kitchen. So I could sit at the kitchen table while I'm prepping stuff and watch TV at the same time. But like reading, basically that's just a solitary thing that you're going to do. Unfortunately, sometimes when I'm reading, I can snack, and that's mindlessly snacking because you're just reading and you're reaching into a bowl. So it's better to measure it out if you can. Not if you can, you always can. Measure it out before you start that. Now they're telling you to dive a little deeper. Ever listen to a podcast or talked on the phone so that folding laundry is less of a drag? Congratulations, you've already practiced temptation bundling. And it can similarly add a little excitement to those unthinkable or unlikable or I don't want to do it, but it's helpful behaviors on your weight loss journey and breathe new life into old habits and routines. See, I'm like one of these weird ones. I don't mind doing laundry. I don't mind folding laundry and stuff like that. I don't think of it as a drag, but I have time for it in my day, so I think that's probably one of the reasons that it doesn't really bother me. But I think that if I could get more accomplished, if I kind of combine different activities like they're saying, I really do think that. The behaviors and routines that lead to weight loss aren't always fun or exciting. Don't let it stop you from reaching your goals. Add some special sauce from activities you love to spice up your journey, and you're likely to keep coming back for more. Like I said, I'm not a big going to the gym type of person, but I do like going with Jim. My husband's name is Jim. So it kind of adds a little bit, like we can do something together. Although once we get to the gym, we go our own separate ways. But, we have the drive there where we can talk. When he does mostly his exercises, and I do a recumbent bike. And then when I come down to do my exercises on the machines, he goes to the steam room. And then he doesn't go in the pool. I go in the pool, but he goes in the hot tub. But every once in a while, he'll come in the pool and we'll walk back and forth and talk. So I think that's kind of like a special sauce of activities. It kind of makes it a little bit more enjoyable and just makes it a little bit easier. It's always easier when you're doing it with somebody. So that always helps, definitely. The 3 fast facts is, number 1, we're more likely to repeat behaviors we find enjoyable. Makes perfect sense. Number 2, by pairing something we don't like doing with something we do enjoy, we're more likely to do it. I guess. I understand what they're saying, so yeah, that's true. And number 3, behavioral scientists all call this temptation bundling. We bundle everything in life nowadays, so why not do that? Do temptation bundling at the same time. But anyway, I know it's kind of quick and to the point today, but there wasn't really much to talk about with this. So 2.2 loss, 59.4 total. Next week, I'm hoping to see the number 60 total loss. And I feel like I'm back on track. I really do. So how did you guys do with your past week? Did Easter throw any of you guys off? And how do you like my plan to go back to weekly weigh-ins? Because I really think it's going to work for me. I really do. But I'm just, that means I've lost like 11.6 pounds in like 2 months. So I've lost an average of 5 pounds a month. So I'm happy with that. At my age, I'm happy with that. But what do you guys do to bundle things together? Like, I'm kind of curious. What do you do to make a drudgery something a little bit more enjoyable? I'm kind of curious. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. I hope to see you back here again next week, or even on my daily vlog, but definitely I want to see you back here next week. Talk to you soon.